on the tops of mountains and in the valleys below, in boardrooms as well as boardwalks, on the battlegrounds and playgrounds, in homes, hospitals, schools, and churches. There are individuals who rise above the ordinary. Today, we're going on a journey to learn from these ordinary persons who rose up and became legendary. Leadership, in the words of a former PepsiCo CEO, is hard to define, and good leadership is even harder. But if you can get people to follow you to the ends of the earth, you are a great leader. However, like everything else on this planet spinning around the sun, every great leader starts their journey somewhere. They each have their unique story. And this reminds me of my friend James, an everyday man who rose from the challenges of life to become an exceptional leader. James, to me and everyone who knew him, was an average person. We lived in an average town, facing no more than average challenges. He wasn't born with a golden spoon, as we would say, nor did he possess any extraordinary talents, skills, or ability. But his life took a turn when he realized the power in serving the ones around him through good leadership. James's story mirrors many of the greats. His leadership style was a combination of the late great Steve Jobs, the man who revolutionized technology by utilizing a leadership style that was demanding, focused, and detail-oriented, while he channeled the compassion, sacrificial spirit, self-awareness, and selfless devotion of Mother Teresa. So what is the common thread here? Is there a formula to lead like a legend? How did my friend James, who was by all account an ordinary person, develop a leadership style that mirrored two of humanity's most prominent and life-changing leaders of our time? Firstly, we need to understand that leadership is not about being in control, but leadership is about fostering an environment that encourages growth and success. Like Mr. Jobs focused on the minute details that others might overlook, like Mother Teresa, who served others with compassion and empathy. The world-renowned life coach and author Tony Robbins argues that leadership is not a position, but the skill of influence. Tony goes on to explain in an interview with the editor of Inc. magazine that the art of leading is the most important skill that any human being can master. And in his eyes, it is a skill or a tool that we all should have, as the quality of our life depends on our leadership abilities. It is not important that we are able to influence others to follow us, but every leader must first be able to influence themselves. Whether you are a parent fighting to keep your children on the right path, or an individual working on living their best life, The question is, as a parent, are you able to exert more influence on your children than the person on social media or the one standing on the street corner? If you are an individual trying to live your best life, are you able to influence your own hands or your body or your mind to do what is necessary to live a healthy and fulfilled life? James started to incorporate these principles into his life. He began to lead himself and his team with an eye for detail and a heart full of compassion. He saw the changes it brought, the success it led to. This is the secret of successful leadership: a combination of understanding, compassion, and relentless focus. It's not about you as a leader, but about those you lead. It is worth mentioning that we all have the potential to lead like legends, to inspire change, to make a difference. But it begins with a single step: a desire to lead not for oneself, but for others. I know right now you may be thinking, I have no interest in becoming a leader. And that is because you are looking at leadership from the viewpoint of authority. But I plead with you to look at leadership from a standpoint of your everyday life, your job, your family, the people around you, the things that you want to accomplish, your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations. And if, like James, you can lead yourself, if you are able to exert influence on yourself and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, you are then able to exert influence on your family, your children, and the people in your social and professional circles by serving them and by adding value to their world. And this is how leading like a legend will improve your life and make people around you follow you to the ends of the earth. As we've journeyed through the stories of James and the iconic leaders, I have pondered my own path and leadership style. I have dabbled with various approaches, but the human leadership style has resonated with me deeply, aligning with my innate desire to value and recognize people, not just as cogs in a machine, but as individuals brimming with unique experiences, skills, and perspectives. As a proponent of this people-oriented or democratic leadership style, I strive to build an environment rich in trust, empathy, and understanding. I realize the value of connecting with others on a personal level and acknowledging their ability in every interaction. Open communication is now a cornerstone of my approach. I now strive to advocate for an active exchange of ideas and insights, aiming always to lend a listening ear and promote transparency in every interaction. It is in this environment that all voices are heard and their value is recognized. I remember a conversation at work between myself and two other colleagues. And the takeaway from the conversation was one of my colleagues saying that I am always right and I will always find a way to make my point. This statement stopped me in my tracks a bit and caused me to think of the way I communicated, caused me to think of the way people saw me when we were having a conversation. And it caused me to realize that the persons around me were not feeling heard in my presence. As a result of this conversation, the growth and personal development of those around me now sits at the heart of my leadership style. I see my role as a facilitator, providing opportunities for my team members to grow, develop their skills, and rise to their potential. Decision making for me is now an inclusive process, as I believe that every voice matters and every perspective can add to a richer, more comprehensive solution. My journey towards being a human leader is characterized by empathy, openness, and flexibility, creating a positive and supportive environment that values the human aspect of every interaction. So remember, no matter what style suits you, whether it's a blend of approaches or whether it's one particular style, it is crucial that you or I become self-aware and adapt a leadership style that mirrors the ever-changing landscape of our work and social lives. So embrace the challenge, break the barriers, and lead like legends. And remember, leadership is not a title, it's a behavior, a skill that you and I can learn and develop. So learn it and live it every day. Remember, every barrier we break, every step we take, brings us one step closer to becoming the best version of ourselves. And with this in mind, let's keep breaking those barriers and keep leading like legends. Remember to share your journey with others. Also, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And join us next time as we continue to explore the journey of our self-improvement.